Wow. It is often said that automation tools are possibly here to threaten our lives, potentially take jobs away, or negative things that are really said. But there has been a whole lot of proof that these tools are here to actually assist us and better our lives. Welcome to Unlimited Life with Treasure. I am Khaifeli Treasure Mego, leading an organization called Unlimited Treasure Solutions. And today, I am going to talk about the beautiful benefits of intelligent automation on farming. One of my AI students from Europe was sharing about how AI and ML, that's artificial intelligence and machine language, is going to positively impact livestock farming. She works in the space, and of course, I'm also a part-time lecturer. That's how I get to meet all these students across the world. So the farmer in me met the intelligent automation persona in me, and curiosity came through. I imagined our livestock back home and the benefits SE farmers may get from this. I had to read more, of course. I'm also a doctorate student focusing in the area of intelligent automation. So I'm really having fun getting to learn and also really implementing from our company about all these artificial intelligence and intelligent automation tools. So this really got to me, and I thought because I meet with you guys every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, I should do something on this. All right. So I just want to give some of those benefits. If you are a farmer and potential farmer, yes, automation is happening in the space. Right. So some of the benefits really is around identifying, predicting, and preventing diseases using sensors. I mean, imagine preventing diseases. It's already happening anyway with human beings. It's just that for now we're focusing on animals. So modern technologies such as sensors, big data, AI, and ML, which is machine language, they present a new possibility to farmers. Instead of reacting to diseases after they become evident or proactively using the service of doctors, it provides an opportunity to constantly monitor key animal health parameters such as movement, air quality, consumption of food, and fluids. So by constantly collecting this data and using advanced AI and machine language algorithms to predict this deviation, then farmers can now identify, predict, and prevent diseases and all those outbreaks even before large-scale outbreaks happen. And remember that some of these outbreaks, then you are told don't move around because there's this animal outbreak that may impact on people. So if if technology is able to help us to predict these things, even better, right? So, and there is an emphasis here that we need to constantly be collecting data so that we can be able to predict. This is very important. That is why in our company, our offerings really is around three things. It's business process solutions, which include machine language and AI and RPA and all those intelligent automation tools. That's number one. Number two is a focus on data management and analytics, because you cannot achieve intelligent automation without data. But more than just that, data is very critical when your company wants to understand where they're sitting in terms of data and what can their data do for them. We're able to come in and assist that. And the last one is really around change management and targeted people solutions, people transformation solutions. So this is because really for you to go forward with anything, you need people, and change management is very important. And change management in most cases, it deals with people and the mindset. Sometimes there are things that don't happen in organizations, not because they can't happen, but because the people against that change. That is why that change management becomes important. That's why we offer that. So yes, intelligent automation can help in identifying, predicting, and preventing diseases using sensors. All right. So the other example is improving animal health using facial recognition systems. Can you imagine that? So technology is getting better at helping farmers pinpoint problems in real time and gain more insight about their animals. And this in turn can lead to really better animal health and well-beings. I mean, there's a lot that you can use with this. You can pick up emotions. You can be able to see if they're going to a certain feed and they really can't, maybe they're not wanting that one. So all these things can recognize their faces that, okay, when all cows go there, they look like this. Therefore, it means there must be something wrong with that particular feeding station, for example. So I mean, and these things, they are not always very expensive. And sometimes the ones that look expensive, they look expensive in the short term, but in the long term, if you look at what you may have to invest in it, it's really a lot. The other one is gains in optimizing feed efficiency and energy intake. We know that feed cost can make up to 40 or 60% of the total expense on dairy farm, for example. So it is one of those biggest expenses in animal farming, dairy farming, that 40 to 60%, right? So at the same time, when animals do not get adequate feed and fluids, productivity takes a hit, right? So you want to try to buy that because you don't want that to go down. So that being said, progressive farmers always keep a tab on this. So there are several other applications of sensors, tracking behavioral changes to identify cows that are going through different things. So this also really can help in that light. Powerful stuff that one doesn't always think about. And I was talking more around cows and sheep and how that could assist. And on the other side, demand for meat and egg is expected to increase by more than 65% over the next 4 decades. And that means that the number of animals raised at each farm must increase, you know. However, in recent years, we know that the number of farmers is declining. And I'm going to share some of these links where I read so that you are able to also just read for yourself in more details if you are interested in the subject. You know, we know that, you know, sometimes there isn't enough rain, sometimes there's been a lot of this. I'm not even going to mention COVID. So with the global population rising and fewer farmers available to care for livestock like this, each farm needs to increase productivity with very limited resources. So artificial intelligence allows farmers to do just that, right? I'm going to go through a few examples quickly. Because as you may know, we intend not to make these episodes we make them very short so that you can take your 10-15 minutes over lunch, listen to it and start thinking. So be sure to come back, check Unlimited Life with Treasure on YouTube. The name of the channel is actually Unlimited Life. So if you check that, if you ever get lost, you go to unlimitedtreasure.co.za. At the top, there's a link for YouTube. You'll see the YouTube sign and just click there and you'll see a whole lot of recordings around. There's a lot of motivation in there. We do motivation every Monday at 7:45 in the morning. South African time, but we also do this tech once every Tuesday at 1:00. They're not, all of them are not long, 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, some of them are even shorter. So let's just talk about that. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, liked, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, and let's grow together. The more we share with others, let's just engage. If you've got questions, feel free to to also just contact us. So one of the examples, as we are talking about the demand for meat and eggs, which is expected to increase by more than 65%, but we don't have enough farmers to do that, and artificial intelligence allowing farmers to really increase productivity with limited resources. One example, there's a livestock management system powered by computer vision that lets farmers monitor cows, So the camera feed is analyzed in real time. The results are forwarded to farmers' mobile phones. For instance, there could be a smart camera that enables farmers to monitor cows' feeding activities and ensure that the appropriate amount of feed is dispensed whenever necessary. All right. So that's just one of the examples. Another one, you could be having remote control of feeding, milking, and cleaning systems. That means that cows choose when they want to be milked and how much they want to eat. So these sensors are used to monitor the cow's well-being, their milk output, and even the amount of vitamins found within milk that has been collected. I mean, this is just amazing. So if you're a young person and you want to get into farming, I mean, some of us are into technology and doing intelligent automation. But if you're a young person and you want to get into farming, it means what this means is you can still get into farming, but find a school, an institution where they will be talking about these things, because you don't want to do same old farming. You want to do 4IR type of farming. That's why I'm very passionate about talking to the young people about choosing the right courses. So you can still do farming, but be sure to do it with an institution that is later, so that you are able to bring these changes and implement this technological stuff as well, So think about a system to alert farmers to abnormal behavior spotted within maybe their pig pens, a smart camera and deep learning algorithms that monitor the pig's physical activity, feeding patterns, and overall aggressiveness to inform farmers about their head's well-being. So you've got your pigs, then you don't have to be around them all the time and all that, And lastly, let me talk about chickens. I know that even in South Africa, poultry farming is big. So what can happen here are, again, in intelligent automation, we can have a bot that allows farmers to remotely sanitize their chicken sheds whenever necessary, minimizing the risk of infection or injury among their poultry population, So you could also have like a system whereby there's a night vision monitoring to watch over chicken compounds after the sun goes down, reducing the risk of smothering and clustering. There's just so much, guys. And I'm a technologist. So you see that when you are a technologist, it's also just very important that you get to learn and read a lot. So we pretty much play in a lot of spaces. You could be loving farming, you could be loving medical space. I mean, what we're talking about here, some of these things, we're talking about animal health, but it is also happening in the human health, So you could go and be a doctor, or you could study technology and decide that you just want to focus on the area of medical, being a medical doctor, or being a farmer, or focus on livestock, or whatever area you want, or internal audit, finance. We've done a lot of processes in the finance space, in the HR space. So let's learn, let's engage. There's a lot of positivity and positiveness and positive impacts that this intelligent automation tools bring. Let's not, I'm very much open-minded to the idea of people discussing things and finding ways around it. If you run away from it or just say, no, it's not going to work, you miss out on a whole lot, what we could correct, what we could get better. So yes, from my side, as Kgaifele Treasure Meku, from Unlimited Treasure Solutions, your people and digital transformation partner, Feel free to reach us anytime. Our website is www.unlimitedtreasure.co.za. We specialize in data management and analytics, business process solutions, including robotic process automation, RPA, and artificial intelligence technologies like your NLP, ML that we've been talking about. The third thing that we specialize with is change management and targeted people transformation solutions, which is really very critical because if you want to get the change done, you need the people. See you again, 1 o'clock every Tuesday and Mondays, 7:45 in the morning when you kick off the week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Feel free to engage. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you so much. You are treasured. See you at the top. That's where you belong.